Jah do I put my trust. I want you send down your blessing and bless all of us. Who love to fight, Jah who love to fuss. Change the ways of the wicked and the one we covetous. The one with the clock, the one with the Taurus. The one that killing people like so them will bite the dust. Almighty Father God, you come first. This world is corrupt, Father God, save us.
This is the Entertainment Buzz.
Hear me told ya.
Yo, yo, yo. What them say? Up to the buzz. We don't know. The buzz.
You know how we roll.
This is the Entertainment Buzz. Further on in the buzz.
What we gonna do right here is go back, way back into time.
Sky, are you? All the respect and ice up. Like a flag. Hear me now. So bounty. Dig it way.
Entertainment Buzz are the real thing, man. Say.
And now, our feature presentation.
Yep, we want to say a very special welcome to the EBUZZ. I'm DJ Bones.
And I'm Kishima Francis. Also want to say big up, of course, to our listeners watching live on IRI FM's online platform. And those of you who are just simply listening at home, welcome.
Yeah, we want to say a very special welcome and thanks to our sponsor. It's brought to you by Thomo Vibes Distributors of, that's Thomo Vibes. They're the distributors of Trangback Tonic Wine, Strengthen Your Back, to make the attack. And we are going to attack a lot of news items and lots of great things tonight inside of the
You
EBUZZ.
ready?
Ready. You don't know.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Well, before we jump into the hot topics, Two Bones, remember that our listeners, they can follow us on Instagram. It's IRIFM_JA, Twitter, IRI_FM, and Facebook, it's simply IRIFM. So be sure to like, click, follow. Yeah.
Yeah. Which one you want to attack now? We got a couple of them right here. And
All right. Well, Spice, of course, she made a revelation via social media. She was actually having a conversation with Sean Paul's wife, Jinx, when she revealed that she believes that her song Black Hypocrisy is the most underrated piece of work. And of course, that's when she was asked by Jody, which one of her songs she think was most underrated? Are you surprised that she selected Black Hypocrisy?
No. I don't think, the song was popular. Mm-hmm. It was popular. I think the promo behind it in terms of her, kind of looking white, dressed, colored her skin and so on, was unique. But I just don't think it got the recognition or the hype that it needed to have gotten. I think it could have been a bigger hit. So maybe that's why she said something like that in terms of, she thinks it's popularity or it's her most underrated work. But it's still a good song nonetheless. But
of course, with a strong message. But what is it saying about us though, as like lovers of the music? Because oftentimes you'll hear entertainers say, "Boy, I have a contra song or I have this song speaking to positivity," but it doesn't get the same kind of love or recognition from music lovers and fans because they more gravitate towards, the songs where them can dash out or broke out or make them feel good. And grant you, to each his own. So we're not really broad brushing to say music fans locally and internationally. But this wouldn't be the first time that we've heard something of this nature.
It's one of the weirdest things for me because I always look at the music business as a restaurant. I've had this analogy before where the producer and the chefs, they are the people who make the music, And of course, we in media or other platforms where the musical waiters, we serve the music out to the crowd or to the public. Now, what happens when you go into a restaurant and the food don't taste good? What do? You either one, cuss the chef and say, no, I don't like this, or you just don't go back to the restaurant. Now, it always determines, all depending on what meal is being served at the time, or sometimes what the crowd is in the mood for. Some people may walk into a restaurant and they say they want to get something sweet, but that restaurant is serving something tart. You know what I mean? So it's I always say that we serve it up, but it is always the crowd or the audience that actually makes the song popular or actually makes it. Because if they don't support it, it doesn't really go anywhere. So with I don't know if that's what happened with Spice. I doubt it. I just think that maybe it was
because the timing of the track was
good.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was during a time when people of color, there were a lot of protests locally and internationally, and persons were vocal and expressing racism, classism, colorism, just things that they experienced. So the timing was right and it was absolutely fitting. And, like we have already underscored, the message is strong, solid, and perfect, exceptional. But it's like the analogy, people want what they want when they want what they want.
Right. And maybe that wasn't what they wanted at that particular time. But which the timing was perfect, but hey.
It was.
Sometimes you can't determine, what people are going to like. So, but, she has done so much other great stuff that has been, launched and off and gotten very big.
Because she went on to say that she thought that, or she believed that Black hypocrisy could have done better on a global scale.
And it should have, but why not?
Yes.
What happened? We don't know. So I guess that is just, a part of the business. I always tell people at certain times, especially a lot of big, people who want to put their money into music or invest into music, they have to go into this like they're going to a casino. Whatever they put in, they must be willing to lose it, or they can afford to lose it, because it sometimes it's really a hit and miss. Sometimes... Yeah, go ahead.
Do you believe, Two Bones, that sometimes fans will put you in a box, like you're known for a particular thing, and once you consistently feed them with that, then they will laud you and love it and support it. But once you give them something else, they may not be so receptive. And then with everybody, it's also different, because here it is, you have somebody else who can dabble and give you a bit of everything, while another person, you tend to say, okay, well, you're known for X, so keep giving us X. You believe that as well?
The analogy I look at that is this. If you are a versatile artist, meaning that you do different genres or different styles of music, let your fans know that from the outset. In terms of, if you're a culture person and you do culture for a very long time, and that's what you get, and you've built your niche there.
Branded.
If you do something else, they may not even recognize that it's you. They'll be say, I him that? No, sir, because I this him normally do. So, you'd really want to let people know that, hey, this is just one of the things that I do, but let your fans know from early, so that whatever you do that's different, they're not going to be surprised to say, wow, you can do this, you can do that. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you're right. And a lot of your fans will put you in a box because this is what you've been doing for such a long time. When you change up the game now, they're not used to it. They're just like, I'm not used to you doing that. So, yeah, you're right. People will put you in a box. So, anyway, kudos to Spice. Doing your thing, mama.
Yeah, definitely. She's doing great. And everybody are go down there.
Yeah, go down there well.
Yeah, it's really awesome. So big up to her. She stays consistent and she's working really hard. And it does, for me, I really get this heartwarming feeling just to see our local entertainers do well internationally.
It makes me feel good. And of course, we seem to have a lot of ambassadors for this genre of music across the world right now. We say give thanks. And before we get into this, we have to make a quick mention of Jeria, because we're getting the signal here. But Grammy Kid Coffee has been awarded Song of the Year by the Jamaica Reggae Industry Association. That's Jeria for her song Lockdown, the popular song Beat. The other nominees, Local Remix by Sasko featuring Bounty Killer, Lighter by Taurus Riley featuring Shensia, Like Royalty by Protege, and that's featuring Popcorn, and Cool as the Breeze by Chronix. in a public vote to take the top prize at Jeria's annual Honor Awards, which was staged virtually and streamed on Sunday. So congratulations to Coffee. It's a big deal right there.
And big up to our very own Muta Baruka as well, Bones. In the category extraordinary impact on the reggae industry or media, Muta Baruka was also awarded. So kudos to Muta.
Yes, Rasta.
And big up, yeah.
All right, so guess what? We now go to one of our recorded features. So it's now time for social media highs and lows with Shanice Williams and Trisan Wilson.
It's now time for social media highs and lows.
Girl, you know so what going on social media.
Yeah, girl, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
It's your social media highs and lows.
Like I every other day, them find something new for try. Them no mention my name, them no feel them not the light.
This and every Wednesday, we've got the online buzz.
I'm Tris.
And I'm Shanice. Let's jump right into the highs for this week. Now, Elaine Thompson-Hero beat Shelley and Fraser Price at the Hungarian Athletics Grand Prix on Tuesday. Thompson-Hero clocked 10.71 seconds, just a second off her personal best to make a season's best and meet record. Now, Fraser Price came in second with a time of 10.82 seconds, 1 month after running 10.63 seconds to become the second fastest woman in history and current fastest woman alive. Now, we can definitely see why Thompson-Hero and Fraser Price are the Olympic favorites. And thus far, the ladies have been receiving lots of love and support, congratulations, and encouragement from fans all over. We can definitely expect a great performance from these ladies and the team overall at the Olympics.
Let's jump right into the lows for this week. P. Diddy has sparked a wave of memes after posting a motivational story, which he claimed inspired him to strive for the life of luxury he lives today. Now, the rapper, whose given name is Sean Combs, amused fans this week after he took to Instagram to impart advice on living your best life. You can do it. You can do whatever you want, he said in a video which showed the 51-year-old mogul enjoying a mango in front of an infinity pool overlooking the sea. Along with his motivational speech, the Can't Hold Me Down hitmaker also shared a story about the moment that inspired him to work hard to earn his millions and create his aspirational lifestyle. He captioned the post, "One day I was growing up, I woke up and there was 15 roaches on my face. At that moment I said, hell no, I refuse to live like this. Work hard, believe in your crazy dreams, and never settle. #love." So now the details about the 15 roaches has tickled fans who are taken to Twitter to share memes about the rapper's story, making him a trending topic on Twitter earlier today. One viral tweet reads, "Roaches on their lunch break hearing Diddy lying on them." Another person joked, "Diddy's lying. I had roaches and never do they sit still on your face. Roaches definitely got places to go and stuff to do." Raised in Harlem by his mother after his father was killed when he was just a toddler, Diddy has spoken about his childhood and his dreams of success before, but this time it kinda seems like he's exaggerating.
Yeah, man, Diddy definitely exaggerate because not even 1 or 2, not even 5 roach, Trisan. 15 roach.
I don't buy the story. I think that guy's lying.
Lies. Anyways, so from Elaine beating Shelley
to Diddy's roaches, who do you think took social media this week?
Well, that's for another conversation. Check it before you click it because once you hit send, you may be a social media high or low.
And that's your social media highs and lows. Catch us next Wednesday for What's Buzzing.
I'm Shanice.
And I'm Tris. Bye.
Thank you very much. That was your social media highs and lows with Shanice Williams and Trisan Wilson. And of course, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Advantage Auto Parts, 21 Thompson Street, Montego Bay. We continue to protect you from high prices. Get your bumpers, AYB, HID, LEDs, radiators and fans, AC compressors. Telephone 876-952-6109. The time by Advantage Auto Parts is...
It's 8:46 p.m. If you're just joining us, it is the EBUZZ. And we got a topic here. I don't know if you want to get into that, but I mean, we're talking about a fresh wave of coronavirus infections loom over the Olympics. I'm sure you heard about that, what's going on. Of course, that's in Japan now.
Definitely. But just to give our listeners,
a little context,
an overview,
yeah.
The coronavirus pandemic is forcing organizers of the Tokyo Olympics to restrict attendance at the Games opening ceremony to a limited number of VIPs, Japanese media have reported. Now, there have been a significant increases in COVID-19 cases in Tokyo over the last 2 months. As a result, the Japanese government plans to declare a new state of emergency before the opening ceremonies of the games that will likely be in effect throughout the entirety of the Tokyo Olympics. Now, according to the Associated Press, the new state of emergency could result in a ban on local fans attending the Tokyo Olympics. A decision on fans is expected to come down on Friday when local organizers will meet the International Olympic Committee. So many questions, though, Bones.
So many.
Will the staging of the Olympics put more athletes in danger?
I do think so. One of the things that I'm concerned about, this new wave of corona that is in Japan, which one of the viruses is it? Is it the new variant? Is that the Delta one? Is it the regular one? Is the vaccine?
Were these people vaccinated?
Right. What is the reason? Now, data is showing that, as well in the States anyway, that the Delta virus or the Delta variant seems to be getting more dominant and is now a high percentage of the infections happening pretty much around the world right now, but a lot in the United States. And this will go everywhere because we understand it is much more infectious and it is more, people get sicker in a younger crowd. It would affect the younger crowd more because the Olympics is going to be athletes and it's going to be mostly younger people. So I'm wondering if the wave of coronaviruses that's happening in Japan, is this the Delta variant? And are they doing the right things in terms of getting people vaccinated? Now, people, as you say, it's your right if you do not want to take the vaccine, but you do have to protect yourself more in terms of...
Absolutely.
You have to do the right things. Yeah, go ahead.
And not only that too, but there was a report today that 2 workers, I think, who are expected to work in the athletes camp, like they were tested positive for the coronavirus.
Yeah.
So with that information coming out, and I understand, the whole back end to it, everybody is protecting their bottom line.
Of course.
And, you want to perhaps still forge ahead. But what does it mean also for the athletes? You have races like relays. You cannot sanitize your baton when it is passed over to you before you head to the finish line. There is no such thing. And those batons will be taken onto the field by somebody else who will then hand it to an athlete. You don't know if the person handing you the baton is positive or negative. I grant you can test negative, and during the race you end up with a positive result. So how probable is it?
Or everybody may have to wear gloves to run the race, which is ridiculous. But I mean, it is the only thing because you don't want you personally, your fluid going onto the baton or vice versa, because the baton could have the virus on it also. So the only thing, before. Yeah. So I would assume that they would have to put protective measures in place, which would be gloves. They would have to sanitize a lot of things. It's just going to take a lot of work.
Not only that too, but what if your favorite athlete decides that, look, this situation is crazy and I am pulling out of a race because my health and safety are number one priority. So you're pulling out of a race. Of course, that is going to affect, countries going forward because the likelihood of, say, getting a medal, perhaps, that will not be probable. Also, what if an athlete tests positive before a race, a day or 2 or so forth? Then they will have to be pulled out.
It has literally too many variants in this.
Too many.
And we're going to have to see how well. We understand that the vaccines, they are not as effective against the Delta variant, but they still offer some protection. Are these athletes willing to get vaccinated so that there's some level of protection? I know it is very effective against critical, illness and death, but the actual spreading, especially with the new Delta variant, which I'm going to assume is going to be the one that's dominating the Olympics, how will they be able to protect themselves against that? If they can't do that, then all these variants that you just mentioned in terms of what if this happens, what if that happens, those are going to come to fore, and there has to be either some serious decisions about not keeping it or limiting it. And if they do, then the bottom line is going to be affected. So corona is a serious...
It is.
serious thing.
What will this new wave do also to the psyche of persons who, for instance, take a look at Jamaica? We are just reopening. People are looking forward to normalcy somewhat, and here it is. The rest of the world, like starting with Japan and some parts of the United States and so forth, people are clamping down because here comes this new wave. What will it do to persons' psyche who are thinking about making some money, getting your foot out there, just try to live as normal as possible? And will people have faith or trust in another vaccine?
Well, what I'm seeing is that where, especially in certain areas, when vaccination levels are high, the mutants or the so-called mutant strain doesn't survive very well. And the mutant strain will be like a Delta, or the one that was in England, or the one that was from Japan itself. So, or from China rather. So it is encouraged, and of course there have been great initiatives to try to get people vaccinated. Even in the States, they're offering all sorts of little deals here and there for you to get vaccinated. Perks to say, because there is some protection. So, and people want normalcy. As I say, it's their right not to take it, but. If it's allowed to spring out of control again, I don't know. Because nobody wants to go.
By the way, have you gotten your second shot?
Can I do this? LT. You know what LT means?
No, what is that?
Long time.
Oh.
Long time.
I should have known. Yeah. I should have known it's a LT for you. But really interesting times. We will follow, of course, our IRFM sports department to see, what is the latest with the Olympics. But on the outside looking in, do you feel like they should pull the plug?
Well, let me tell you, what I think is they need to make sure that they have all the data on how to operate with this corona wave, this other wave. And if there is any doubt, they need to pull the plug. Because if there is a mass infection or, people getting sick all over the place, it's not going to look good. So, I think it would be irresponsible for them to allow that to happen. But if they see ways that they can get people who, get vaccinated, get some protection in there, get what they need to do, I think it can go on. But it has to be a very serious effort, and lots of consultations will have to go ahead before they could push ahead. But I hope so, because we need to get some normalcy around now. We need to live a little life. We need to watch some games. We need to, have some fun.
Get out and just, live without being fearful or looking over your shoulders.
Yeah. So, and as I said, everything that happens now, it's a personal choice. There's empirical data that these things help. The vaccines help. Not necessarily 100%, that they have a thing called breakthrough cases where people are fully vaccinated, still test positive, but they don't know because they don't get sick. So so there is still a little, but you still get protection. But to me, I'd rather have little than none. Trust me.
Some protection is better than no protection, you're saying.
For me, yeah. And of course, I was talking about all these viruses now. I wonder if they have any movies with these viruses, I'm sure they do.
You tell me what's going on at the movies.
With Maisha Broughty, of course.
Lights, camera, action. Hey, movie lovers, welcome to At the Movies. I'm Maisha Broughty. HBO Max is now available in Jamaica and 38 other countries in Latin America and the Caribbean. And to celebrate its launch, HBO Max brings with it a new and exclusive one-of-a-kind offer that will reward its best fans. By subscribing to the platform on hbomax.com by July 31, Latin American and Caribbean customers will benefit from a 50% discount off the regular monthly plan for as long as they maintain their subscription without interruption, whether it be for months or years. HBO Max offers high-quality entertainment with content for everyone in the family, including a wide variety of movies, series, documentaries, reality shows, and productions for the little ones. And speaking about the little ones, Sesame Workshop yesterday announced the new resident, Tango, Elmo's adopted puppy. Tango will be introduced officially in Furry Friends Forever. Elmo Gets a Puppy, a 30-minute special debut in August 5 on HBO Max. In development for 2 years, Tango will show preschoolers how to meet a new animal, gently play with and brush a pet, teach new tricks, give baths, and most especially, show love and affection for their furry friends. Tango's debut could be seen as timely, as many families invited new pets into their homes during the pandemic. Sesame Workshop said the pup will be a mainstay in future Sesame Street content, allowing for consistent modeling of safe behavior and age-appropriate help with a pet. It's now time for this week's Top 5 movies. At number 5, we have the series Run the World. At number 4 this week is Cruella. The animated movie Luca takes the number 3 spot. At number 2, we have the Netflix series Jiva. And in the number 1 spot this week is the Netflix series Sex Life. If you love great movies and series, go ahead and add these to your watch list. But if you're venturing out to cinemas to watch some of these and more, don't forget that safety is important. So here are some safety tips. Always wear a mask and maintain social distance. And that's a wrap. Join us next week for more exciting movie news. For At the Movies, I'm Maisha Brody.
Thank you very much. That was At the Movies with Maisha Brody. By the way, I want to big up. I have an artist that I just love her, yes, man. And I have to big her up. So I want to big up Mama Carmen. I tell you. So Mama Carmen, that's Richie Stevens' mom. You know that she has a new there's an album actually that they're both doing together.
Ooh.
Richie and his mother together. But the song out is, they call her Moses. That's her single. That's out right now. So let's big her up because I know she's listening. So big up Mama Carmen. All right. Speaking of our new artist, right? Music artist this week. His name is O'Keefe. And we are very happy to have him on the platform. Good evening to you, O'Keefe. Blessings to you. Welcome.
Good evening, Sir Bones. Good evening, Shima. It's a pleasure to be here.
Hi, good evening.
O'Keefe, you're a big singer, man. But well, yeah, Sir Bridget, it's good to have you.
You just try that thing, man. That's
So
some fun.
you not try a thing. You get a whole case of thing. That one a bad, Bridget. What's your story? How did you get started as an artist? What made you wanted to get into this business of music?
Well, I was always singing from an early age, and this was always my passion to be a singer.
Right.
But I diverted and pursue a career in electrical engineering, and after achieving a certain level of competence and achieving stability, I wanted to something to self-actualization. I wanted to actually do things that make me happy, which is music.
Well, I've learned this. I've learned this. Obviously, music is your passion, and the electrical engineering is what you went and
It's
did.
a career.
When you find something that is your passion and you can monetize your passion, then you have the best job in the world. So
If it brings me happiness and it brings me some money, then it's an extra.
Then that means it's not
It's
going to be like work.
Yeah, but I'm enjoying it. If it doesn't bring us sense, I'm having fun.
Exactly.
What keeps you motivated though, O'Keefe? Because, like Bones mentioned, having your passion and doing your passion, but if your passion sometimes, if that is your main source of income and it's not bringing anything in, then, you have to be realistic about it. But nonetheless, what keeps you motivated? Because like you said, you did music before, you stopped, you went and, you pursue a different career, and now you're back in music.
Well, from the beginning, I never saw music as a career, actually. I was doing it just for fun, really, because this is what keep me calm, keep me happy, keep me excited. If I saw it as a career, I would have taken it apart. But I saw it as what I do for fun. So what keep me in music is it lifts my spirit. It motivates me, and I want to be able to share what I feel from music to other persons.
And that's true. And so it is definitely your passion. Definitely. If it's something that you love to do, that's what you're going to enjoy. But your name, O'Keefe, Very unique name. How did that come? Is that your birth name? How did you come up with that name?
Yeah, that's my middle name.
Oh, it's your middle name.
Right.
Oh, I see. So you just decided to use
Mark
your middle name.
O'Keefe Johnson.
O'Keefe.
Yes,
I like
that's
that.
it.
I like that's awesome. What are you promoting now? What's the music that you're putting out now? What are you looking
Well,
at?
I started a few months ago, and I did 5 songs so far. Two of those are covers, and 2 original. One of them was written by me, Only Love. The other original was written by my brother, which is Chesedek. He's a singer also. Actually, he was the person who said I should do it as a career, but I'm just having fun really.
And
the other 2.
One Chesedek me know, you know.
Blood brother.
Yes, my blood brother.
You mean
older
leave the trees, Chesedek?
Oh, leave the trees, Chesedek.
No, no, sir. No one looking at you. I'm trying to just look at you with locks. Sir, the favor I'm be true.
On your Instagram, you do have a photo with Chesedek as well, and I was looking at it to say, there is a resemblance.
There
but
is.
I just brush it
Right,
off because
Come to think of it,
cool.
no, yes, that's awesome. And I tell you, Chesedek is a very good brethren of mine. One of the nicest you can see, you can find. And so tell us a little bit about the song My Love. Tell us, how did that come about? Was it from experience?
Only Love. Yeah. It is somewhat part of my experience and experience that I've had, a person's experience that I've shared their information to me, basically how they feel when in relationships, when things not going the way it should be. But with love, all things are possible. And it goes back to the root that when you get involved with somebody, you need to get involved for real, genuine love.
True.
Nothing else but love.
Well,
what advice has your brother given you as it relates to the entertainment industry? What Chezzy tell you about it?
Well, he said I should jump in it, take it as a career.
I think that's good advice.
Basically that,
And he also told you to leave the trees, I'm assuming.
Well, I mean,
you didn't leave
he's
them,
not
did
leaving
you?
the trees, so I guess I wouldn't be advised me to leave the trees.
No,
but,
no.
Well, I don't smoke though.
Well, you leave the trees then. All right. So the songs that you are putting out now, anything they're being compiled for an EP or anything like that, or do you have another EP coming out?
That's a plan. I'm trying to. Well, I've already started a few months ago.
Yep.
But I'm trying to do at least a song every 2 months. Mm-hmm. Hopefully, I'll reach the numbers to deliver an EP before the end of the year.
So, awesome. Is your main focus now on music, or music is still being shared with your other profession?
Music has been shared with my other profession.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're a Christian, yeah?
Yes.
How do you balance? All right. So your music that you have out, it's not all gospel.
No. I don't know how you put the Christian with gospel, because I'm singing about love. I'm singing about music that uplift people, music that motivate people. So anyone who's Christian should endorse this kind of music.
I agree. But do you believe in? Let us say that you are now being booked for a dance hall show. They want your flavor in the dance hall show. Would you be conflicted in performing at an event like that?
No, not at all. There's good and bad in everywhere. In the church you find a lot of evil. In the dance hall you find it. I'm bringing my energy wherever. I'm interacting with people in the dance hall every day, because I'm in the street every day.
That's true.
I'm interacting with people in the church. So I don't see an issue with dance hall or stage shows, church, because you'll find what you find out there, you'll find it in the church.
That's good to know. You're right. Okay.
So as there is a slowed reopening, or a reopening of the entertainment sector now. Are you looking forward to live performances, and what is your strategic plan in terms of getting your music out there, know that you can move around somewhat a little more freely?
Well, I haven't started any live performance yet in this era, because I just started the recording since COVID.
Okay.
Since I have a little more time at hand. But if shows come, I'll take it. But my focus right now is to write, record, and produce the music, getting it out there to people. And hopefully people will invite me for shows, and then, I can deliver. And hopefully in my delivery, they will see my expression and can, resonate to it.
I tell you something. There's one thing that most artists have in this business is a tenacity to find shows. They'll always say, "We not book feet, but we are look feet." Right? So I mean, and that is one way a lot of artists, young talent, actually get a break because they're given an opportunity. I mean, this is prior to social media that you can put out your message really quick. But a lot of stage shows actually had a chance to give the artist a platform to be exposed. So I think that is something you still need to look into in terms of getting out there. And how are you with performing though? Is this something that you're comfortable with doing, or you just rather do the recording and the writing?
I'm actually very comfortable on stage, but I used to perform a lot, and in like weddings, concerts, settler concerts, souls, gospel concerts, and a reggae lovers rock kind of setting. I have not done any show since I started recording, but I can deliver. I can deliver excellently.
As it relates to recording, I know that you're from St. Ann, and of course, Kingston is the hub where a lot of the entertainment activities, gospel, secular, you name it, the shows and all of that happen on a wider scale. Are you recording only in St. Ann?
So far, all the recordings have been done in St. Ann, but I'm not limited to where I'll do the recordings. If I find better quality studio in Kingston, then I'll do it there. It's a matter of convenience, and if they provide the service that I want.
All right, the song "Only Love." We want to play it here. We want the people here in Radioland to hear it, but we'd like you to introduce it. So all you have to do is introduce it, and we'll play it here in studio. But give it your own O'Keefe style of introduction. Nobody put no electrical engineering in it. No twine up no wire in it. No, just the artist part of O'Keefe though, and then we'll play the song here. So go ahead, do the intro.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is O'Keefe and my new song. This is Only Love. Hope you enjoy it.
And it's played right here on IRA FM.
Of the way we used to be, broken dreams and a memory, dark clouds everywhere, wondering where to find hope, wondering what can make things right. To God to find hope, but only love can save us now. Only love can heal a broken heart. Only love can save us now. Only love. That sweet love, bring back my true love. Love can save us now. Lay beside you in silence, touching you, but you're not there. Loneliness in a crowded room, echo in the wind of change. Trust in God to find hope, 'cause only love can save us.
Big tune, Only Love.
Only Love.
Music artist O'Keefe.
O'Keefe, do you get the support from your Christian family?
Sorry, I'm not hearing you.
I'm asking if you get the love and support from your Christian family. The church supports your music.
I'm not hearing you. Sorry.
Can you hear me, O'Keefe? I think we lost the connection there. Can you hear us now?
Can you hear us now, O'Keefe?
No, he's not hearing us. Can you hear me now? You know that phone? Can you hear me now?
Good.
O'Keefe, can you hear us?
Can you hear us now?
I'm not hearing.
No, he's not hearing. We can hear him.
Wow.
All right, so
we're seeing but we're not hearing. But if you're just joining us, it's our music artist O'Keefe. We just heard his song "Only Love."
And to kind of close, I just wanted to find out if he had management and how we can get
social
to him,
media handles
and so on.
Yes, and I wanted to know if the church is supportive of his music.
Right. O'Keefe, can you hear us still? Nothing? No? You're not hearing? No, he's not hearing us at all. All right, so I don't know what we're going to do here. We have to get that fixed. But it was an interesting conversation with O'Keefe because...
It was indeed. I'm trying now to okay, so his social media handle is O'Keefe Music JM, and that's OKEEFEMUSICJM. So you can find him there on social media platforms or music artist this week. O'Keefe.
All right, so we'll have to figure out what's
Hello?
He's hearing us now. Can you hear us, O'Keefe?
You're hearing us now, O'Keefe?
Yeah, I cannot hardly. Your volume is very low. I can hear on the phone.
You can hear the phone. All right. We were just asking you in terms of your social media handles and management. Do you have that? And tell us how we can get to you if somebody wants to work with you or book you.
Oh, well, they can find me on Facebook or Instagram if they want to book me. There is no management team right now. I am pretty much producing my own songs.
Well, Kishima read out your social media handles, but you can read them out to us again for confirmation.
Well, on Instagram, it's O'Keefe Music. On Facebook is O'Keefe, Mark O'Keefe Johnson, or O'Keefe Music.
Okay.
So those are the 3 sites to get me on.
Because I was going to look up for O'Keefe. That's what I heard. O'Keefe.
But stop it.
I trouble you, O'Keefe.
Right.
All right. So great things. We're looking for great things from you. The EP that you're trying to put together, any release date on that we can look out or your fans can look out for to be able to access?
No, there is no set date yet because we have not finished working on the other tracks.
Okay. Well, as soon as you have that, you let us know. It has been a pleasure talking to you, O'Keefe. And
yes.
I appreciate
any
it.
Collaborations with your brother we can look forward to?
Yeah.
O'Keefe and Chesedek?
Anything is possible. We'll not discuss, but anything is possible.
Okay.
All right, O'Keefe.
We wish you all the best on your musical career and keep the reggae music flying high, my boss.
Right. And thanks so much for having me.
Enough love and respect.
All right, no problem.
Appreciate it.
All right. And of course, what is it now? Getting ready for what? Fashion Forward. Yeah.
It's Shamara Preston and DJ Lollipop. Take a listen.
Yeah.
It's Fashion Forward, a weekly look into what's popping,
what's hot, and what's not,
hip and trendy. It's the space for all things fashion. Men, this week is all about you. We give you the 411 on how to groom yourself properly as you step out, know that outside open.
So you say, are we in the spotlight this week?
Yes. From your hair to your beard, your eyebrows, even touching a little on your hair color. We took it a step further and spoke with Tommy, a barber at Best Look Barbershop in Otrias, and he gave us the deets.
Most the sponging, most people want to make up sharp with a little dye in it, so them do the sponge and they roll it up and they look fake on the side, like a Usher style. Most people gravitate to that style. Keep a nice good, like you fix up a sideburns, then you fix up a mustache, make it neat, and take a clip up, touch stuff with little dye if it have too much white here, and make it look sharp and look young and fresh.
Man, them just have to get with the trend and get with the time. If you have locks, make sure you locks them properly groomed. Put your locks in some nice style And if you use a fashion rasta, you got the barber and you hold a nice line up. Some man who have locks, them fade the side of them ear. If you don't have locks, you make sure you get a nice haircut, something where you wear. Because Mohawk is so 2016. So you can cut out the Mohawk hairstyle, you know, and the color them in the ear. Make sure you put on some color where fit your complexion.
Tommy also says eyebrows for men are optional.
Man can groom them eyebrow, but nothing like how the female them tint up them eyebrow. You know, with a little pencil thing that underneath it, a little concealer thing there. No, man, not go that way there. You can't sharpen it up as a general, you know what I mean? You don't want, when you come out of the barber shop, you want to make a difference. You don't want you look like a them fuck there in a them Karachi movie there, you know what I mean? I like that for the older people. Like, I have someone that can't cut their eyebrow now.
Me personally, you know, the cut up eyebrow thing. I like a one slash in your eyebrow can work still, but the whole heap of line in your eyebrow, them, you not really dig it.
There you have it. Whatever rocks your boat, once you're looking fashionable, it's good. That's it for Fashion Forward this week. I'm Shamara.
And I'm DJ Lollipop, the party fanatic.
See you next week.
That was Fashion Forward with Shamara Preston and DJ Lollipop. And of course,
Right.
the eyebrow thing, nobody now touch my eyebrow. No, sir. Mm-mm.
Yeah, we said no chops.
No
your
chops,
eyebrows,
nothing.
Not one, not two, just
nothing. Make it
not
stand
natural.
bushy and stay. Me probably dye out some of the grays, but that's about it.
From your eyebrows?
You never know, say your eyebrow get gray. Well, some people, I don't want the eyebrows to be all gray. But, you know, but now chop it up. Now cut them up.
Is that why you stay bald?
Yes, it is a way to camouflage the age. It is a way to hide the grays. You see...
Look, can I tell you, you really look the same, though.
Even with the grays?
I'm not seeing any grays. I mean, there's no hair.
That's right. That's the plan. No hair. You see, I can't be like Junior Kelly, you know, who his hair now, no care how, if he's 50 or 100 years old, if him hair does look young all the time. I don't know.
But hear what? If you're Junior Kelly, you could do it because if love's so nice, grays don't matter.
Well, Junior Kelly, so get him all around me head and say, you know, my hair. Good evening. Good
no,
evening.
Well, I go correct. I go be a liar for a minute.
Yes.
You, Mr. Bones.
Yes.
You know, address it the right way.
Yeah, well.
Guess what now?
Yes.
That's him. Him not hide him looks. My hide him age.
Sure.
Remember, it's a matter about camouflage. Him camouflage him age.
Yes.
Not him looks. Cause you know, go ball. You know, cut down all of your ear for hide your looks.
You call it just
Must
camouflage.
hide your ears.
That's, yes. Thank you.
Wrong arm right.
Thank you, Junior Kelly QC. That's Queen's Counsel.
He's going to take that one.
Oh, yes, sir.
Hi, Junior Kelly, welcome. How are you?
Well, brethren.
I'm good, you know. Have life and, you know, giving thanks every day. So,
what's new with Junior Kelly? A long time, brethren. I mean, you know, since COVID, we've not seen nothing. What's been going on? What you promoting? What's new with Junior Kelly? How have you been doing?
I've been doing great as me till I have life and me have health. The last time I checked, you know, and
good.
Every one of my loved ones, them in a perfect health. So still have a lot to give thanks for. But me going with a lot of music, you know. We get to catch up on this time period, this era. Allow me to catch up on a lot of stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was slipping through the basket, so to speak.
Right.
That now have nothing to do with the music part of it. So you ask me what I do some home improvement apart from that.
Nice.
The only thing we supersede home improvement is lyrical content, you know. New lyrics, new approach to the music, all of them stuff there. All about the career. Because it's not only to reflect. You know, use that time to reflect alone. Because that is what New Year's Day for. Yeah, to reflect. Me know exactly where I'm going because Rasta did talk about this for a long time. So I'm not new. So we use this now to encourage ones and ones right now at a time when we can't fall prey to depression.
Right.
You understand? Because things change. The future unsure. So a lot of the ones and ones around me just try to uplift them and keep them spirit high because trust me, that people are go literally crazy out there.
You know, you're absolutely right, Junior. And this is a time where a lot of people have had to diversify their portfolio or they've had to pivot to adjust. How has that process been for you? Because no shows now keep, no tour, no, you know.
Yeah, exactly. And that for 99% of my fellow artists,
yeah,
musicians are like promoters, them too, very important.
Mhm.
99% of them, this are them bottom line, music.
Same.
This is how them earn a living, feed them family, immediate and otherwise. You
Right.
understand? So my portfolio did already diversify before this.
Right. Good.
so, so,
Yeah.
so it not affect me the way how it could have. You understand?
Right.
Because my mother always said prepare for hope for the best and prepare for the worst. And my father always
Good
said
advice.
you have two pennies, save one. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They never can tell what's going to happen. So we try to live a life based upon a lot of principles that we have gotten from our parents. You understand?
Yes.
Me personally. So, and them true to farm now. You understand? Because one thing can out of style. Good money management. A nice clean haircut, like.
Thank you. Thank you, my lawyer. Thank
We're
you.
not showing up.
Yeah.
We're not showing up.
No grace.
No grace. Zine.
Yeah.
And just how to cope, how to pray, how to stay focused. Me's a jogger and I love jog.
Yeah.
Love exercise. And trust me, it
helps
to create some endorphins to the
Yes.
brain. Some
Relaxes
happy
you.
mood.
Yeah.
Some naturally happy mood. You're not gonna feel it when you're jogging right after you're done.
Yes.
So whatever we can do to keep my energy alive and up there and focused, it's very, very, very hard to stay focused now.
Yeah.
You know, me and a Superman the last time I checked.
Right.
It take a lot of focus to stay focused.
And you have been
Absolutely.
focused.
In this time.
No, but also Junior, as you know, some parts of the world slowly reopen and we see where, for instance, you know, there are a few shows here and there. Is this something that you personally are looking forward to performing again? And the vaccine, as you know, it is a controversial conversation for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Push come to shove, is it something that you would also consider to go out there and perform and protect yourself as well?
You mean push comes to shove, would I be taking a vaccine? A vaccine.
Or no, part one of the question, push, would you go out there to perform? And then let me put it this way, how would you go about protecting yourself against, you know, what is out there?
It is the funniest thing about things that is microscopic, mean you can't see to the naked eye. You just have to protect yourself to the fullest of your ability. And I'll tell you how. Because I have been protecting myself from airborne viruses and this virus in general.
Right.
From a long time out. Whenever I'm on tour, I buy hand sanitizer from God knows when.
Right.
See? And you know, me always conscious. I'm not a germaphobe. I'm not afraid to approach people.
Right.
I hugged people not so long ago. I'm not sure about now, but yes, I'm a germaphobe. So, but I always have my hand sanitizer. I always have my fresh bottle of water. I always have some form of liquid soap. Why? Because when I'm on stage and your fans reach up to you, the ones who are close enough, right at the stage edge there, so.
Right.
And reach up to you and hold your hand. You can't shun them. You can't,
Right.
You can't pretend like you scan them in any way, shape, or form. You know, so me dip on stage and people and me spliff. Can you imagine that?
Wow.
Yes.
Spliff. Yeah.
Right.
I would have never put that to my mouth.
Right. That's crazy.
Because I'm not even smoke.
Right. That's
So
yeah,
the funniest thing, no, me take it and pretend, you know.
Yeah, because you can't shun them either. It's your
No,
fans.
no. So as soon as I come off a stage, this is the point to me I try to get at. As soon as I come off a stage, me sanitize.
Ah.
More time I sanitize on stage and people don't know because I have an assistant on stage and we work out with routine. When him see me touch my shoulder, or touch the right shoulder, what that mean and all of that. So know all the sign languages.
Right.
And the body languages. So him know what me need at a certain given time. So me stay up on top of it from then. So this is not nothing new to me to kick it up a notch even further. to
Right, so-
protect myself from any form of viruses when we can breathe in or touch. You understand? So that would and that
It'll
is
cover
one
that.
aspect of it. But the vaccine part, that very
As she said, controversial.
no,
yeah.
it's very controversial. I'm not even going into the aspect of more time they need to research it, more trials and blah blah blah. I'm not going at that. Not going at that.
Right.
I'm going at the decision. Would I be taking one or not?
Right.
That me are going now. I'm not sure yet.
Straight.
I'm not. No, I'm not sure yet.
Simple. Not
I'm
sure.
not sure yet.
All right.
Last time I checked, I wasn't a guinea pig. I'm not sure yet.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Listen, we've all been taking vaccinations, you know.
That's true.
As
Children.
kids, as children coming up.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been taking. We had to take vaccination when it was our parents' decision.
Right.
You understand? So as I said before, we not fight vaccine. We fight the rush or them rush things into production and rush it into people's bodies. This is our body. This is your body, Ashima. Yours bones.
Yeah.
Sovereign. You control that.
Right.
The final decision is yours. Last time I checked, none of us were slaves.
Right.
And we must be critical thinkers and we must think whatever is handed to us, whether upon a silver platter or upon a piece of board, we must sift through it, double check, cross check, and make sure that all of the dots them get dotted and all of the I's them dotted and all of the T them crossed. We should do that because we're not children. We don't. So as I said before, there's several vaccines on the market.
Wide range now, yes. Quite
wide range of vaccine. I myself, to it now get FDA approved and then I rush it, I am thinking about creating my own vaccine. because everybody have come up with vaccine. So might as well just come up with one, make out a tambourine leaf. I don't know.
Yeah.
The point I make is these vaccines that are out there, where this virus is concerned, C19, it's just, I'm going to promise myself, so I'm not going to spend much time at talk about C19, you know. And that's one of the reasons why I may even stay away from any form of interviews, because I've been dodging and ducking interviews for quite some time. Because I just don't want too much question on C19. Everybody know what going on already. Nothing is hidden. Me personally, a lot of people might not know what's going on with me, and that's where the questions come in. And yes, the question about taking it, it's kind of like it's political. It's like asking me which party me I got vote for. Me don't know yet.
Well,
you know what I mean?
And they did
I
that
just
with
don't know.
And
I
they
don't
did that
know
with
yet.
masks too. They politicized masks, mask wearing, because
Yes,
it
it
became a
become-
divisive issue also. So
It become taxing on the people who are looking out for something with them can't see with them naked eye.
Right.
Meaning all of us.
Right.
And then them go add the other stuff them in the works now. It is not easy. It's not easy on none of us. You
well,
understand?
I can give you an easier thing then, Junior.
Yeah. All right, go ahead.
Let's talk about your music, my brother.
There you go.
There you go.
Yes.
All right. So,
All right, cool. All right.
What
all right.
is the latest we can look out for? What are you promoting right now? What's the latest musical effort from Junior Kelly?
Thank you very much. Thanks for asking.
Yes, sir.
Bones.
Yes, sir.
Well, I released a new song. It's called The One. And it's released when? June 18th. And it's a very wonderful track. I myself gave birth to it.
Right.
Me and another artist, a young artist. I love him. He come from Ocho He come from St. Anne. I youth named Unlimited. And
Know him very well.
Okay, there you go. So, and it's so funny that Small World, his
Yeah.
father and I used to sit on the same bench at the same primary school. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And I haven't seen him in 35 years. He introduced me to his son. And I love for him son and him have a lot of things to go with it because he have a lot of artists who are good.
He's awesome.
But them bad when they come on to lyrics, but attitude, the behavior is not there. Him have all of that and then some. So we're working with him. And so we created this together. This song, The One.
Yeah, I'd love, Unlimited.
Can we hear it?
Yeah, he had a song called One Shirt, One Pants. I don't know if he ever played that song for you.
Yeah, man, right here.
Big tune.
Yeah, man.
That's
Yeah, man,
Unlimited.
yeah, man.
But we would love to hear this song. So, Junior, we'd like you to introduce the song, and we'll play it here in studio. But do it in your own Junior Kelly style, so, people can hear. You know it already. No C19, though, just the song.
Yeah, thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir.
Introducing to the world and the Buzz Junior Kelly feature. The great. You Are the One by the most famous.
Right.
Yeah. We love, true love. Yeah. You are the one. You are the one. Yeah. You make my heart go boom, ticky boom, ticky boom. You are the one. You are the one. You complete me. Never thought this would be. You are the one. You are the one. Yeah. You make my heart go boom, ticky boom, ticky boom. You are the one. You are the one. Yeah. Perfect chemistry. Girl, I love your essence and your energy. No uncertain feelings when you're next to me. Truly, you're a blessing that was sent for me. Alright, yeah. Girl, you need to know. You're the only one that let my loving grow. Whining like a lava pyroclastic flow. We don't have to rush, yes, we can take it slow. Alright, yeah. You are the one. You are the one. Yeah, you make my heart go boom, ticky boom, ticky boom. You are the one. You are the one. You complete me, never thought this would be. You are the one. You are the one. You make my heart go boom, ticky boom, ticky boom. You are the one. You are the one. Yeah. Boom. Girl, you're so cool and sexy. Oh gosh, you make me heart go so boom, she boom, she boom, bash. You're not frightened of a vanity vehicle or cash. You are real impress, believe me, top notch. Smooth sailing, no full supply dash. When me and you a cruise, you're safe, we not crash. Well, if a girl, them a try come true, but none of them could make it spark love yash. Alright, you are the one. You are the one. Yeah, you make my heart go boom, ticky boom, ticky boom. You are the one. You are the one. You complete me, never thought this would be. You are the one. You are the one. Yeah, you make my heart go boom, ticky boom, ticky boom. You are the one. You are the one.
Junior Kelly, I think you need to check your heart. Any heart will go boom, ticky boom, ticky boom, ticky boom.
Yeah, man, love can do that to you, man.
But
Love never do that to you yet, but
no.
you're not living a life. You don't get no
If me hear boom, ticky boom.
No, man, no, I didn't
If me hear boom, ticky boom in my heart, I straight a cardiologist. Me I go. You go a doctor.
But Junior Kelly,
you don't live yet unless you go there, so.
In mentioning this collaboration with Unlimited, one of the things that he said that stood out to me was that he had the right attitude, and overall, when you think about the music that is being made today, what do you think about the music that is being put out? One, and two, who are some of the entertainers of now that you're listening to?
The funniest thing, that's a very, very good question. You see the artists that I listen to now? Them not just bust. In terms of like last year is a terrible year. I don't even know if any artists bust last year, but that's another story for another time.
Right.
I still listen to people like Chronics. Still listen to you talk about new artists newer than Chronics. Them really no. I'm actually out of touch. Just in a touch with my music, and this young artist here, when I strongly believe in them. I never believe in a young artist yet before. I met many of them, and them just don't have that. Them not have that thing there. Them have everything else except a very important thing. When you do interview, if you smoke with a cigarette or not, it just not look proper. Yeah, smoke online. I do interview and the whole world I see, and you smoke weed. I mean, I have nothing against weed.
Right.
You understand? them don't know if they conduct themselves, and when you try to give them advice as an artist who have a lot of experience and I like to share it with them. I mean, not talk about not reprimand no man or no
Right.
young artist in a no crowd or anything like that. I call him
Right.
one side and I share certain thing with him. Nice and calm in a calming voice, and it still not work. Them just blaze up and ego take over and all of that. So I'm really hard to deal with. I haven't been listening to a lot of new music because there hasn't been a lot of good, solid dancehall. Them full of lyrics and them lyrical, but there too much hybrid dancehall are going. It's not. And when we talk about hybrid dancehall, no people tend to think say, and no people tend to think say it have to do with the fact say the dancehall of yesteryear, them tend to think say it all. The lyrical content and the approach might have all, but a rhythm is not all unless everybody hear it.
Right.
And the dancehall genre, honestly, is one of the most innovative because them are experiment, and that's the good thing about the dancehall genre.
Right.
A lot of experiment happen, but it not hit the market the way it should. But all them have to do is continue, and something good will happen. But me nah, dancehall will lose its essence because it's not sounding authentic anymore. It's like a hybrid of pop and a hybrid of hip hop. So I don't really to listen to it. If I listen to pop, I just listen to pop. If I listen to hip hop, I listen to hip hop.
You know, I want
When I listen to dancehall from my country, it have to have authenticity in it. Not with the lyrical content, with the way you approach the rhythm.
Right.
As it's not lyrical content make a genre a genre. It's orchestration of the instrument which is synonymous with the creation of either reggae, dancehall, pop, or whatever genre.
You know,
in this case,
yeah.
dancehall.
But one of the
They're
things,
taking out the root sounds.
yes,
We make dancehall, and I replace them with some hybrid sound, which is more familiar with other genre.
right. I hear what
And
you're
I
saying.
know these songs.
And you know, speaking of beats and music, there was a producer, and he spoke very, very highly of you. I don't know if you still remember it, but his name was Nico Wayne. Did you know Nico?
Oh, whoa.
Yeah. Yeah.
Funny name. I can't say that on here. Blow.
Yeah, that's exactly. I tell you something.
No, the reason why I say Nico Wayne.
Yeah.
I'm a brother. Me encourage Nico.
Yeah.
But stop doing 9 to 5. And the first time Nico turn one of his room into a little mini studio.
Portmore.
Him say, oh yes.
Yeah.
Passage Foot. And I say, oh you go. And him say, oh me go make money, Kelly. Me I say, we will hire the studio because at the time it only could do demos.
Right.
He said, we'll do demo at your studio and can earn off of that. And him leave from out of that local demo studio around 8 months later and went on tour with Dennis Brown.
Yep.
And you know that me here said Nico died.
He did. That was why I brought him up because
Funny that you mentioned it. Come here and say, oh, this man I mentioned Nico to me. Nico's like my brother. Trust me, we've been through a lot.
Nico
can't tell a whole story about volumes about.
He is one of those who loves it for the real love of the music. He just loves it.
Yes.
I had a little brethren who wanted to get a start, and I sent him straight to Nico, and Nico built the rhythm for him and put the whole thing together. And I said, Nico, how we stay? Him said, "Bones, me just love the vibe of the little youth you sent to me, and I
all right.
And
all right. So you see that now. That, as you mentioned that, do you know that there's a lot of people, Kashima, you know, you can chime in anytime, you know.
You know, your bones having a moment, but
you know,
Nico,
the funniest thing about our music,
yeah,
and that is why a lot of people who are in the business will not survive the lockdown. When this thing kick back off, them career might not last.
Yeah.
Why? Because they were driven by money.
Yeah.
You were back to the topic you mentioned about him doing it for the love.
Yeah.
And whatever come after. I think Bob did say that one time to in an interview. The point is this is for the love of the thing, man. You have to be driven by it. You used to be driven by a shake and a pat on the shoulder, say good work. Go hold your taxi now and go back at your yard. Bear in mind, I get no taxi at 2 a.m. in the morning until 5 in the morning. You know, Zine, I'm asleep at bus stop.
You know,
and that was my payment, a pat on the shoulder, and I love it.
that was a passion. Nico Wayne
Yeah.
said to me that he worked with you on Love So Nice.
Now, Nico Wayne beat over back the spirit of rhythm.
Yeah.
Nico Wayne.
Nico
build that
Wayne.
rhythm, rebuild it, yeah.
I met him. I've only known him a few months now, only to hear that he passed on very recently and very sudden.
Yeah, I need to go over there tomorrow too. As you mentioned that, I gotta tell you a little story most people don't know. Not even it don't even know my bio. When Stir It Up, when I did Love So Nice,
Yeah.
After I went number one, like for around 4th week or the 5th week, Cox and Dodds called me. The late great Cox and Dodds.
Yes.
I went up there because I filmed rhythm.
Hear it in the
And he said
background.
to me,
Yeah.
said, "Are you named Junior Kelly?
Yes.
Are you beat over my rhythm?" I'm gonna say, "Yes, sir." Swear to him, I'm gonna slap me with a lawsuit, right?
Yeah.
Must say, "Good job. I like what you did with it.
Yes.
I like what you did with it." And I said, "Phew, thank you, sir."
Nico Wayne.
But
Nice
Junior,
coverage.
listening to Love So Nice in the background
Yes.
and hearing the conversation just now, and you underscoring that in order to really last after the pandemic, especially for entertainers who got their break during the pandemic, passion is one thing, but then also what constitutes a hit that will last lifetimes or even eras, different eras, centuries.
Yeah.
Okay, not a good question. But like when I keep quiet and then you hit me with some good question. Okay, you see that is part timing. If you do believe in a luck out there in a Riddleland, part luck. But timing in terms of being in the right place, the right time.
Yeah.
No, I don't think nobody set out, no artist at all set out and said, I am going to make an exceptional song. That's not how music works. For me, I don't know about nobody else. As a writer, a creator of music, we create music based upon the moment. Sometimes it has to do with history.
Yeah.
Sometimes it has to do with the future. All of that come together. So it have to be timing sometime, where you're at and when this happened, and what came to your head and to your mind when that incident happened. You understand? What did I go through your head when she tell you say it's over? What did I go through your head when you watch the girl or tell the man say it's over? Or the man I tell the girl say there's many different when you watch the parliamentary debates or whatever. It all depends on your mood, timing, look blessing, look luck, all of that. Because none of we know. Say, okay, today I'm going to write one of the biggest hits in my life. No,
Right.
don't work like that, Kashima. You just create and you put your passion, you put your soul and you put your heart into it. And because I'm not a marketing major. Me no write song. Marketing people deal with that.
Right.
Like when we used to deal with VP, if them want to change the title of the album, not a particular song, the title of an album, my album, and them said to me, say, reason why we are doing it is because it have a more selling hook to it.
Right.
I understand that. But for me, it's me I write a song because this I got to sell platinum and really. No, it don't work so. You just write and create and put all of your passion and joy in it. Even if it's a song about heartbreak,
Right.
put your soul in it and people will feel you. One thing with people out there, and they might not be technical like you and Bones and myself, and play an instrument or anything like that. But trust me, you see the energy, they might cannot pinpoint what wrong on stage or what's going on here, but then can tell you say something alright.
Right. That is
So when you put your heart and your soul, your passion, your emotion, everything into creating a song, people will feel it.
Yeah.
If none of that
Energy
not in
don't
it, it's
lie.
all empty, and they will feel it. They
That-
will notice the difference. So you can't. We not really write a true author of music. We not write say, oh, this is gonna be
Yeah.
a bestseller, or this is gonna be a hit song. No, we just create.
And I tell you something, Junior, when I hear you speak about this industry so passionately, this is why you've gotten the results you've gotten in terms of you do it for the love, you do it for the
Yeah, man.
quality, and you do it for the help. You want to mentor and help other artists
Yeah, man.
bring themselves to fruition. And I'm just remembering, it could be, it's what, early 2000s? That song,
Yeah.
Love So Nice. Come on.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah,
I don't
man.
even
It
think I was working.
2002.
I think I did just leave Hot 102.
Yeah, man.
I don't dare the card come give me, you know. I don't know.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did something. I think a peer one, and
right,
and then we did link up and they give a copy.
Yeah, man. And that
I
was
remember.
big
But
hit.
Junior and Kelly, even though the passion and the love for it is very vital and
Yeah.
important, and ensuring that there is enough feelings and emotions when you put in your song together, like you've mentioned, so the people can feel it. But also, I am sure the business aspect of the music is equally important.
Of course.
Talk to us about the business side of the music, and even though you're speaking so passionately about, you have to do it with love and passion, but you also have to do it with sense by getting your house in order.
Of course. And the creative aspect is second nature to me. So I speak highly on that. We're what you mentioned just now, Kashima, it's very important. I'm not an expert in the field, but I do know what I want, and I do know the direction that I would like my journey to take me. But apart from that, you just have to have the right team beside you. You have to have, first and foremost, you have to have a street team where plug the music, get playing on the buses, the taxis. The little man we're making mixtape. You have to get in touch with him and make sure, because the people that will feed all these taxis and buses are mixtape guys them. So you have to have a street team. You keep in touch with them, give them drops and them little thing. You know what I mean? And international scene, the approach is totally different than the local scene, because what the international market or public might desire, the local market don't desire it or don't see it as anything, and vice versa. So is to have the right people in your team. Or what is better than having the right people in your team is knowing what is not right in the team to remove it from the team.
Right.
You understand? Just as equal as having your right team is knowing what makes the team work and what makes the team don't work, and remove that. And that is why it's very difficult, especially when artists are going to use family members and give them position where them never train for a qualified.
Problem. That's a problem, right?
And then now, go find it so hard and heart-wrenching for this person here, will jump on you with bus for a long time, who believe in you from before nobody see you. You tell him now, say, I'm going to give you another position. Because this, it take a certain professionalism and a certain approach to deal with these people. Because these people are from a higher tier of the music industry that we want to go to. So we have to make a good impression, not for our team, but for others who follow, because these people some of them are very frickly, and then we just bury the whole genre and say them have nothing to do with the genre because of one artist and one blunder. So I can't afford to make not only my career in the tubes, but others who follow.
Right.
You understand? So me have to make sure, say, I not represent myself alone. I represent my whole genre. I represent my country. I represent my color, my race. You understand? I represent a sect of my race, Rastafari too. So it's not easy going out there and smiling on one side of your face, and there's something happen that can upset you. But there's a camera there, and there's a microphone there, and there's BBC there. What are you going to do?
Put your
face forward. You understand? You're going to deal with something that is in-house in the public. No, of course not. But how much have we know to do that? We have a composure there. It took me a while. Bear in mind, it took me a while before the limelight. So that's why you're not here now with horror story in that sense.
Right.
Me there amongst people who don't know to conduct themselves, and them par with me, and me have to warn them and make them know say, you see,
set them straight.
anyone who go and give yourself trouble, them are gonna say Junior Kelly and them.
Right.
Uno name and them.
Yeah, it's always
but me name Junior Kelly. So it will reflect badly on me. So.
Junior, we're getting a rap signal here, but what we wanted to find out from you know, you were talking about your team, people who want to book Junior Kelly now in terms of anything, whatever in terms of, how do they reach you? And
so we are on the social media, Instagram, Junior Kelly Official.
Right.
And the website is officialjuniorkelly.com.
Just like that.
Just like that. It's plain and simple.
And
one click.
And any EPs or anything we can look out for soon in terms of like, I know you have the song.
One click of the mouse.
One click of the mouse.
Okay. Not currently working on an album.
Okay.
Until this crap is over. So we just pursue some 45s. We have Them Wish.
Right.
It released last Friday. That's a new one. It's on Devil House production,
right? And
a whole host of new songs. These are the two ones that just got released recently, and we don't want to have sung a choke out song because
allow it to soak. Yeah.
Video is been looking into writing video script for that and all of that. So we don't want to choke out the thing, and that again, Kashima, is also a strategy. You understand? You can't have music or kill music. When you promote one music, you have another music I put out. And that is why artists must always be in control of how music put out. You can't just scatter all your songs and with random producer, just because them pay your money. And them go on at OEO and release it and you not even know. When you go at OEO, you know, and them say, yo, that song, I a bad song, and I hope you know, so you have to sing it. And you not even know say it release.
Right. Junior,
Yes,
absolute pleasure talking to you.
Yeah.
Can't wait to
same here.
Can't wait to see you in studio next time in a studio.
Yes, I definitely.
Yes,
looking forward to it because judging by Kashima background and yours, unless you not set up in a studio like an original studio when have different backdrop just 2 feet away, but it look like on the there now in the yard too.
Well,
yes.
I won't comment, but
the C19 we need it behind us now in the rear view.
The pandemic has shown us that, you know, you can be versatile with how you do your presentations and operate.
Simple.
Thank you very much for that.
Junior Kelly, a pleasure always. Keep the music strong and enough love and honor and respect. And rest, rest in peace, Nico Wayne, every time.
Yeah, rest in peace, my good friend, my brother.
Yes.
Partner in crime, Nico Wayne. Kashima.
Big up Junior Kelly.
Big up,
Always
Junior.
a pleasure.
All of the staff at IRFM, enough respect every time. Thank you for supporting the music.
Enough love, Junior Kelly. Respect.
All right,
Blessed.
Junior Kelly right there. Always a pleasure, definitely.
Thank you.
Big up Junior Kelly. And of course, guess what? It's now time for the Irie FM Dancehall Chart Recap with DJ Brian and Courtney Mack.
This is the Guinness Dancehall Top 10 Countdown.
I wonder is who really run dancehall. Who really have the number one song?
All the youths them one.
Who run dancehall?
Do you really want to know?
Yeah!
Coming in at number 10 for this week, it's Humans, Nation Boss.
Number 9, Alkaline, Real Dogs.
Number 8, Lali, Tipping a It.
Number 7, Ragging King, Dancehall Baddest Thing.
Number 6, When Me Nice Summer Guan, Coyote.
Number 5, Roll Deep, Tentic.
Number 4, Ritical, Chosen.
Number 3, Massacre, Different Type.
Number 2, Hostage, Alkaline, One Day of the Nation, Ready for you. The number 1 song for this week. Going over 5 weeks right now on the chart. It's all about Spice, Shaggy, Sean Paul. Go down there. Number 1.
Them want to wind them waist. Tell them forward in the ace. With a bang bang embrace, yeah.
She get it good from she rise, but put it on so good and make she shake out she ties. Smile on her face when she please with his eyes. Coming around to me, them gyal roll out them eyes.
Big song, a big song. The Guinness Top 10 charts is where it happens. Only big songs make this chart.
Dancehall can't stand.
Dancehall, love me everything.
All right, so
big
that
up to Courtney Mack and DJ Brian.
Yeah, and that was the dancehall recap right there. The dancehall IRFM chart recap. Lovely. And of course, we're getting out of time. You know what I was thinking though? You know, we were talking.
What's he thinking?
Had a great conversation with Junior Kelly, but we don't really play it. We play one Junior Kelly.
We play one. You want us to do the credits and go out with a Junior Kelly mix?
Yes, I would love to do that. So guess what?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
We want to say a very special
a big
thanks.
thank you.
Yes. We want to say a special thanks to our sponsor. And of course, that's Thomo Vibes, distributors of Trongback Tonic Wine. Strengthen your back to make the attack.
Big up, of course, to our music artist, O'Keefe and Junior Kelly. Thank you so much for joining us.
Of course, we want to say a special thanks to our producer, Sandrika Masters, and of course, technical operator, DJ Lollipop, studio engineer, Nicholas Francis, and of course, social media specialist, can I say it? Peter Broadback. Yes. Yes, of course. And of course, Shane
Peter
Clark.
Broadback, big up yourself.
Big up Peter.
Yourself.
So we're going to leave you, and of course, with a little bit of Junior Kelly in the mix right after.
DJ Lollipop, you ready?
Yeah, always. I'm DJ Bones.
And I'm Kishima Francis, leaving you with a Junior Kelly mix, courtesy of DJ Lollipop.
And after will be Buta Baruka on the cutting edge.
We out.
Well, now make them stop your flow, oh, oh. Progressive from your little bit of grow, oh.
Reggae.
Now make them come stop your flow, oh, oh. Kelly, tell them, don't them no, say. Now make nobody tell you cannot make it, them wrong. Just hold on upon his majesty and be strong. Now make nobody tell you that you cannot make it, them wrong. I don't fight when up in a sinking sun. Now make nobody tell you that you cannot make it, them wrong. Bang, biddly, 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 bang. Remember, faith is all I know. John try it from it little and I grow. Me no time for see down linger, no time for take no chair. Remember doubtful Thomas never reach nowhere in our life yet. I will eat part time in face, I will eat part disrespect. Turn me eye to the Father, ask him I want me. When I do me ambitious, make them see me as a trick. Me and no bum, nah go flex, me and no proof, nah go slip. Your share, my share song one take. And that's why them life up in a mess. But don't forget, yeah. Don't let nobody tell you that you cannot make it, them wrong. Just hold on upon his majesty and be strong. Don't let nobody tell you that you cannot make it, them wrong.
You say you love me and you care, but you never then near. You're always on the run. Now tell me this, why we can't spend no quality time? Kick back and just unwind. You always have something to do. That simple mean that love you're not true, cause only when you want to me hear you shout I love you. Tell me where all the passion gone, all off the wall. Tell me where is all of the tenderness. And there is something else that's been bugging me for so long. Tell me this, tell me if love's so nice. Tell me why it hurts so bad. Badang, if love's so nice. Tell me why I'm sad. Listen again, if love's so nice. Tell me why it hurts so bad.
Oh, you know that? Come on, them a breathe hard to keep up with IRFM. Moving